The US Navy tables. Thanks to the 5-compartment model and the identification of the critical value of oversaturation, Haldane created tables that revolutionized the way of decompressing. Instead of a slow and continuous decompression, the physiologist proposed decompression with stops, which for convenience were 10 feet apart from each other, the classic 3 meters, 10 feet. His model, elaborated in 1907 to 1908, is still valid today. Seeing the good results obtained, other countries also became interested in his theories and used his model. In 1915, French and Stilson created the Constructions and Repairs tables for the US Navy Bureau of Constructions and Repairs, and these tables were used successfully for 20 years. According to some US Navy researchers, the fast compartments could tolerate much higher values of oversaturation than the 2-to-1 ratio used by Haldane, and the test dives in 1937 had an incident rate of 1.1%, an acceptable figure for the Navy. To lower this percentage, work was done on the tables in 1951 by van der Auwe, who also took into consideration long working times. Studies and experiments established that the 5- and 10-minute compartments influenced the deeper decompression stops. In 1956, Dwyer, Desgrange and Workman extended the 75-minute compartment to 80 minutes and also included the 120-minute one to control the shallower decompression stops better. The fast compartments imposed unnecessary deep stops, but instead of cancelling these compartments, they decided to use higher maximum values of oversaturation for them, leaving the ratio unchanged for the 80-minute tissue and lowering it for the slower 120-minute one. They also established that these maximum values of oversaturation were valid for the return to the surface, but if a diver stopped before reaching the surface, it was possible to tolerate higher maximum values. All this was extremely complex, so Workman decided to establish the maximum value known as value M, which is the depth from which it is possible to ascend to the different depths for decompression. With the matrix of the M values, it was now much simpler to recalculate the tables. Using M values, you find that if you dive to less than 30 meters, 100 feet, the 5-minute compartment has no role in the dive, because even if you ascend to the surface, its level of oversaturation will always be less than the maximum acceptable value. So it will be other compartments that control the dive. It is therefore clear that the deeper the dive, the faster the compartment that controls it. The deeper the dive, the shorter the dive time, so you return directly to the surface. This is why the no-deco stop dives allow less time the deeper the dive.